I came into this role as a screening navigator, working with pre-diagnosis and cancer screenings for our team. And over that time, through an immense amount of support from my leadership, so shout out to them, I have been able to kind of move that into the community and be able to work with community clinics. And the mobile clinic is, I don't know, they're dear to my heart. And so for those of you who are familiar with St. Peter's, they know that they're set here on Mondays. And so I work throughout the community doing that. And I've been able to not only develop but nurture relationships, our whole team has, with the mobile clinic. And Renee, our speaker today, is the provider for that clinic. And when I tell you that being in community health takes a very special kind of person, being in community health takes a very special kind of person, Renee is the kind of person that I'm talking about. I'm going to give an example, and I'm not going to cry, but I had a patient coming from another clinic the other day, another community clinic, who needed to transfer their care. And they had some concerns about transferring their care to another clinic, social concerns, emotional concerns, just, I want to make sure that I'm with a provider that is going to meet exactly, what I need them to be. And so after talking with the provider from that other clinic and then talking with the patient and their family members, everything that they expressed to me, social drivers of health, concerns about insurance cost, all of the things, I just kept thinking the whole time, like, mobile clinic, this is where you got to go. And so after speaking with their family member, I said, I know where I'm going to send you. And I'm going to tell you about their provider and her emotional intelligence, her clinical intelligence, and her willingness to put everything into the community and everything and connect with her patients in that way. And how does that sound to you? And she was like, yes, this sounds amazing, So I think they're actually scheduled with you next month, by the way. I think we got them in. So success story there. But yeah, clinical intelligence, follow up, follow through, ensuring continuity of care, emotional intelligence, and then also not only addressing social drivers of health, but taking that into consideration and incorporating it into their to their medical plan and their medical care. Those are things that make for an excellent provider, and those are also all things that Renee Stegman has. So, like I said, before I cry and before I take up any more time, without further ado, I would like to introduce Renee Stegman, the provider for the mobile clinic.
Got my mic. Yep. Okay. All right, so, it does work well. Great. All right, hello, gentlemen. My name is Renee Stegman. I am the lead provider for the Mobile Health Clinic. We are here every Monday. We have a great partnership. Am I too close? Oh, okay. We have a great partnership with St. Peter's. We're here every Monday. We serve patients in the front of the building here. We also have a great partnership with Community Engagement. So we're here to support them. Again, we are we hope to be a light for the community. So I feel like there's still some feedback. We're good? Okay, we're good. All right, let's see how we can, look, there's me again. All right, maybe I should stand out of the way of the slides. Let's do that. All right, so I also want to mention that I do work at the Cancer Center in High Point. So again, my expertise, my heart is community health, but I do also help out every other Friday at the High Point Cancer Center in their urgent care. So that's my connection with cancer care. All right, we're going to start with a little bit of interaction, a little bit of give and take. I want you guys, with these questions, if you would please, hold up a number 1 if you think the answer is true. Hold up a 2 if you think the answer is false. All right, we'll go through them. Cancer occurs when abnormal cells grow uncontrollably. Is that 1, true, or 2, false? All right, good. The people participating are, I think, all correct. So yes, that is what cancer is. Next question. Cancer is the second leading cause of next question. Cancer is the second leading cause of death in North Carolina. 1 for true, 2 for false. All right, a little bit more variation, but it is true. Heart disease is number 1. Cancer is number 2. All right, number 3. Smoking or tobacco use is the number 1 preventable risk factor for cancer. So not just, the main association of lung cancer, but all cancers we're talking. 1 true, 2 false. Ooh, that's a tricky one. A little less participation there. All right, 1. Yes, it is true. So smoking is responsible for about 30% of all cancer deaths. 1 in 5 cancer diagnosis. It's linked with head and neck cancer. It's also linked with even bladder and pancreatic cancer. So, all right, little fun facts. We'll move on. Whoop. All right, so what is cancer? You guys knew the answer, right? Trillions of cells in our body. It's when cells replicate like they have an abnormality to them. So they continue to mutate and to grow. Thank you. And again, that's what forms cancer, and goes awry in your body. The group of diseases characterized, that's the abnormal cell growth. That's what cancer is. But hope it's that it's a lot of cancer is successfully treated nowadays. There is more people than ever that are living good, healthy lives even after cancer diagnosis. So why do we care? Well, because 1 in 3 people in the United States will get cancer. Chances are that you know someone with cancer. There's over 340 million people in the United States. 2 million new cancer cases will be diagnosed this year. And 618,000 will actually die from cancer this year. So everyone's at risk for developing cancer, although there are some increased risks. Age alone is an increased risk factor. 88% of people diagnosed with cancer are over the age of 50. All right, we're going to focus a little bit more on prostate cancer, all right, which all men have. So men's health, we're going to talk about prostate cancer. We're going to go through understanding it. We're going to go through the risk and prevention of it. We're going to talk about screening. And then probably most importantly, talk about resources. All right, so any children in the crowd we might want to. All right, so first, let's identify what the prostate is, what its role is. It is a gland, all right, and it sits right below the bladder. It surrounds the urethra. The urethra is what empties urine and also semen out of the penis. It's about the size of a walnut when men are young, but as men get older, the prostate typically grows. Now that can be abnormal growth, like we talk about with cancer, or it could just be a part of aging. So cancer starts with the cells in the prostate. They typically are slow-growing cells. But again, that is what prostate does. We're going to now have some more interaction. So you get to hold up one, or does it not produce what's called the prostate-specific antigen? Which one does it not?